Oh man, I love Fall Out Boy.
Our Argos have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location.
I'm on my way.
It's basically Fall Out Boy.
I am the sanctioned flame.
I'll give you something different.
I'm totally fine with it, guys. It's joking. They have like, there's something about their melodies or something that has like a slight similarity to Fall Out Boy. I'm totally okay with that.
So what'd you decide to play then, Vecino?
I think he's there with Psyker.
Yeah, with Psyker.
Dude, all I know about Psyker is get yourself the fucking purple beam that like drops from the sky. You can only use it on people that are fully suppressed, but dear God, does it hit like a brick shithouse? It hits so hard.
I don't even know if it's like still there.
Oh,
Like,
true.
Psyker got overhauled.
Yeah,
like,
I
in
forgot
a
about
big
that.
way.
Well, if it still exists, find the purple God beam, because, man,
Yeah, it's just a delete button. It's just like you.
Yeah.
I'm done putting up with your shit. Get out of here.
if you can get the suppression bar into the red, it's just like, it's over. I know when me and Off were playing together, I was playing Heavy Flamer. So I would just be like up there, just spraying burn on top of people. But he has really, like, I think everything on the Flamer is really high suppression. And all of a sudden to see like a purple beam drop, I was like, oh, there we go. It's over.
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened. I found the body.
And I'm like touching 67. I'm just gonna go in and breathe on somebody and level.
Did you think a horde can withstand my powers?
Do you want to do any more intel tonight, or are you still just slamming Void Crusade?
I'm slamming fucking what you call it, system influence right now.
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn.
New log entry. I established connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he is clearly
Dale?
confusing me with someone else.
And I don't know why it didn't give me the option to skip the tutorial. Maybe because I haven't played a Psyker before.
I think
it knows you're an amateur.
That's probably true too.
I think
That's
it's
fair.
like you have like you have to have like a character up to a
Another wave
certain
of
level
filth
before
is on its way to face me in a
becomes an
glorious
option by
carnage.
default.
It gave me the option when I made a Crusader.
Careful,
V class.
that was dangerously close to
Also,
me.
too, doesn't Psyker do like the alternate
Confusing me with this.
Like alternate storyline for starters. Oh, it's tech priest.
Which is enough for me right now.
The
The whole deck is swamped
also might
with
just be because
local
like Psyker's
Mongol
shit is just
tribes, and
fucking
they've sent their
wonky.
champions
Like
to
your
rally
first
the
20 levels, you're gonna be
troops.
unlocking
I
so much
need
shit
to
and constantly be
eliminate
staring
these
at your
creatures.
skills. Like, okay, what can I do now?
So you're heading to the control room to disable the jammer.
Like, by level
That's the
20, you'll
plan,
have all your
yes.
options basically.
And who
but
is this
they
Caius
definitely,
Thorn
like,
exactly?
dump it on you.
Quite a
Like
character.
every level, you're like, oh shit. more
Otherwise,
stuff.
I have no idea. He seems to think that I'm a member of his mysterious expedition.
If there is an expedition, they might be trapped in that monastery just like you.
Why do you think so?
I made a scan. That giant wreckage looks completely dead from here. No sign of any other voidcraft in the vicinity.
You are guilty!
Oh man, so I've got a 5-month-old puppy rumbling around being a puppy. Earlier today, I see him like messing around with something on the couch, and I was like, "Oh, what do you got, buddy?" And looked over there, and it was like a giant baby molar that fell out. And I was like, "Oh, this is the tooth." Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Dude, I'm all about it though. Like, it's time for the needle teeth phase of his life to go. Like, let me get those adult teeth that don't fucking.
That's a young puppy.
Yeah. We got him when he was like 7 weeks old, which is like really young.
Thorn,
For,
how are you faring?
usually most breeders won't let you take him until like
Considering that
8
I'm
or
alone,
9.
I'd say I'm making adequate progress.
Alone.
But for whatever reason,
Where's
she's
the
cool.
rest of
with it.
your detachment?
Under some smoldering wreckage.
Well, that's unlucky. But that's all the more demons for us to kill. Let us rejoice in the furious challenge. Thorn out.
I mean, straight up, if we could, if it would have like worked out, I would have much rather adopted not like a full adult dog, but like a dog that's at least like a year or two old. But we have a 5-year-old corgi, and she's a female, and she's like pretty bossy. And so we thought the only way that it'd be successful to add another dog is like get an infant puppy, so she can either like dominate it and be the boss, or like if it ignites her motherly instinct and she like becomes the mother. Like either way.
Chaos has retreated from my door. Regrouping, I'd say. I take it you killed the tribal champions.
Yes, I purged the place.
How ambitious. I like that. But believe me, there is still much work to be done. You'll find a desecrated shrine next door that leads
Also,
to the
buying
control
puppies
room.
from breeders
Go
is
there.
expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so pumped to be off for so pumped to be off. Solid 2 weeks now.
Oh man, don't say that to Vecino. He's still got another day.
I don't have any meetings tomorrow. I have like one thing that I'm gonna go to.
I have a meeting at 10 a.m. and tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to be honest.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
only
thing-
meeting I have is like just a social thing basically.
We don't have a leader, so instead of for like our performance reviews and stuff, we're just meeting with our like HR partner, and apparently they just like ask you thoughts on things, tell them. So that's all that's standing between me and the holidays.
Or you could be like me, who works running live sound, is like wishing he had work. Meanwhile, you hear your friends being like, "Oh, work."
Yeah, right.
I wish I had that work stuff.
Definitely happy I have a job.
Yeah.
Thorn, I've reached the end of this subdeck.
Good. There is the exit. Some of my men will meet you on the other side.
I think it was like I remember being like really not impressed with somebody who knew. I had them on Instagram, and it was like right around the start of COVID, and they had a post of them like looking at the window being bored. It's like would rather like be outside, but I have to like be working. And I'm like, do you have any idea how many people would love
Yeah, that was probably
And
before
how-
the like food lines. Well, you guys probably don't have that problem in
No,
Canada, but
this was like
over here in
yeah.
the United States, where
it was like a month. It was like a month into COVID.
This is just the calm before the storm. Take advantage of the respite before the wretches return. At least
Oh,
I
okay.
can send you some reinforcements.
At your command.
oh, I started shooting at my poor Imperial troops. Sorry about that, guys.
I just went to do my like boss killer rotation on a boss, and he died to like the setup. I was like, oh, sorry, buddy. Rough ticket, man. Yeah, also, the more I get used to this, remember how I was saying that I've started just doing like the attack move kind of function, just like doing my basic attack on the weakest trash in any pack and just like waiting for something to die.
Yeah.
I've noticed that it actually is like working really, really well, because all I'm doing is just like fishing for crits. So I'm just fishing for like a big dick crit on something, and when it goes off, like the pack starts falling.
I'm not fully convinced on this playstyle. Like, I guess I don't really use my sword at all. Shoot at things with my scepter. Not really
And,
sure
you know,
what the sword is for.
To be fair, just like experiment around. I'm playing a sniper and thought for sure I was gonna like just shoot all day every day, and I've actually found that I'm having a shit ton of fun just getting in there and brawling in melee and doing it way more than I thought I would. So maybe just like fish around and find the weapon that you like, that's like the play style.
At your command.
I thought I'd be running around. All I do is press left click.
Sounds Crusader, man.
Sounds heavy flamer, man.
Spin to
Yeah.
Sometimes you do a right click.
Yeah, when I'm playing a heavy flamer, I see a big pack on enemies. I'm like, boy, am I gonna left click on you? Here it comes. That was the sound of flames.
I got that part.
Yeah.
I picked up on it.
Repent.
Oh, I just threw a grenade at nothing. Awesome.
Good work.
Kill the heretic.
The Lord's work.
Imagine how much better I'd be doing if I read my skills before I started.
Oh man.
It would just be, it would be unfair, so I don't want to do that. What am I doing? Reach the
The
exit?
humans are
Like,
banging their war drums, calling up the filth of chaos from the caverns of the ship. If you want to know what a real battle looks like, I suggest you join me as soon as you
I wish you
can.
could
Ready to fight.
get like an enchantment that increases the number of stacks you can do.
That increases what, stacks?
Stacks.
Like dot six.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the fact that you can have 5 now, and previously it was like you can have 1 is like crazy. I mean, they literally are just like, hey, dots can deal 5 times as much damage as they used to. No like compromise or like, but just like they just do.
It's a good
Yep.
time.
Not too bad.
Alright,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
read
I'm
my
only playing
skills.
heavy flamer because that's what I played last time.
I really liked it last time, but I just want to play something else.
See, the thing is, have either of you tried putting on the demolition armor and just like shooting somebody like chest to chest with that rocket swarm? Because, like, man, is that where the fun is at?
I use my trusty turret.
Oh man, dude, rocket swarm for life.
If you get a turret and you have a couple of them, sometimes bosses will just like forget they're real and do a lot of damage. So they just like path back and forth against the wall.
Inquisitor,
You are addressing.
I was like, okay, let's do this.
No, I use that.
And I haven't found anybody else.
Yeah, I used that demolition armor and went full crit. And we're just going like, put my chest to the chest of the nastiest thing in the room and dump all of my, whatever their resource is called. And just like dump the whole bar. Just like, all right, see you later, bud.
Nice.
See you later there, bud.
You can get a mod that makes it shoot 5 more rockets as well.
we have a problem.
Now is not a good
Yeah,
time.
pretty, seems good, man.
Charge! I said charge!
Oh, also notable. When I get out of this mission, I'll tell you what the name of the passive is. But when I was playing Heavy Flamer, there's a passive that gave you like health return whenever a dot ticked,
Yeah, I'm using
and it was like super good. And now it would be like 5 times as good.
Listen to
Crazy.
me.
Christian
The monastery is
feedback.
I'm in the middle of something. Later. Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
0.3% health back on each ticket.
Yeah, one thing that I'm unsure of is if you look at other things that talk about like some sort of healing on some sort of condition, so like healing on crit or like healing on hit, whatever. For example, in the crit tree, the one that's like bottom right, it's like bottom right, left, up and right to a dotted line node. It's called Berserker Rage. It says 1% of max HP healed on critical hit, and other things that work that same way always say like max HP, and that passive doesn't say max HP, and it makes me wonder. I mean, I assume that's what they mean, but if they were like so specific about it everywhere else, it seems odd.
Agreed.
I figured it was just max HP.
I mean, either way, I'd still use it, because, like, I don't know. It's got to be max HP. The only thing that makes sense. I thought for a while... Yeah, I thought for a while maybe what it meant was, like, it's increasing your,
Not now.
like, any other sources of regen you have by that much. So, like, say that you, like, had 10 people on fire for 5 stacks each, so, like, you know, 50 times 0.3, then it would like take your health regen and make it like that much better. I don't know, because it seems like if you had, you know, it's not hard to have like a decent handful of people on fire or like burning, and if they could have 5 stacks each person would be giving you 1.5% of your max health per tick, and if you had like a whole like crew of people, like, should be invincible. So I don't know. It seems like too good to be true.
Say what, Braden?
What is?
You're like super soft, Braden.
Oh, you...
He keeps like
Getting quieter.
he'll talk and then he'll cut.
I have oh crap. I'm at my parents. I didn't bring a mic, so I have like my mom's work headset like around my neck, and then my headphones on. So I'm trying to get it like closest
Damn.
to my.
I mean, how could you not? Like,
Bruh.
what were you thinking?
You're the audio guy.
Gee, I know.
You're the headphone
Well, he
guy.
didn't bring the
I
headphones. He didn't bring the
plan on
headset mic.
Yeah.
The cans.
I plan on playing Cyberpunk. I didn't plan on talking.
Talking to you,
I
noobs.
need a break. No?
Did you bring like your whole PC, or you brought like some kind of laptop? Yeah.
Yeah. Brought my my tower. Brought my X34.
There you go.
Oh man, imagine having to play on like 1080p 16:9.
Good God.
Let's move out and disable that jammer.
Although to be honest, for Cyberpunk, I kind of wish I had that. Because
I know.
He was fined Lord Closter.
I was like, you know what? I'd rather be playing on like a
that
1080p.
two-faced hypocrite. I have already lost a
Wait,
brother
what?
because of him.
Oof.
And then he left me down here to
1080p's
die.
oof.
But now,
Honestly, 1080p is fine for gaming.
I'm on 1050p. What's up? The resolution of this monitor is only 1680 by 1050.
Whoa.
It's a classic.
Wasn't that one of those like weird ones? Fucked with.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's an Acer, but it's like. It's one of those monitors that's more. Like, it's widescreen, but it looks more vertical than horizontal. So,
That's a Verdi, not a Hori.
yeah.
Interesting.
What? Yep.
If anybody had got that reference, I'd have been fucking flabbergasted. That's like a random ProZD fucking video.
Oh, God.
Your references are
not-
just too thick.
I'm not too deep in the Pro ZD yet, you know?
He's in that VTuber scene.
Mockery to your honor.
Oh, God. That I was just about to say something bad.
Oh, jeez.
For the Emperor.
That Cosmos ZR guy that has been doing the VTuber videos lately. Fucking hilarious.
Ooh, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Thanks for coming on that ride with me.
I've
It's
disabled
crazy.
the teleport jammer.
That
At
emotional
least I
roller
hope
That
so.
emotional roller coaster was serious.
Inquisitor, you must teleport back before the...
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Oh, also, if you haven't gotten the heads up already, Vicino, go, whenever you get morality choices, go radical. It's just too damn good this season.
I mean, I don't
They
know. I
make-
gotta see what my character's feeling at the time, you know?
They actually, there's some big like quality of life stuff in Puritan now too. That weapon, 10% crit chance that 5% was supreme. That's just a flat 15% supreme now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's fucking crazy. That's a different story. I mean, that being said, I'm like min-maxing for it really hard, but I'm at 95% crit. It's not that bad.
Oh god. Yeah, I mean at this point, yeah, like there's some. Actually, though, specifically for Psyker, though, Radical has a massive warp damage buff.
Is it a radical warp damage
Oh, yeah.
buff?
I mean, it went from a 10% damage bonus to a 40% damage bonus during the balance pass.
That's
so
too radical.
it's pretty radical. So like for Psychers specifically, I think radical is like the way to do. Because I think there's another list like flat 10% that you get as well. I think you like get an extra 50% warp damage just for being radical.
Just for being totally rad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, isn't Demon Forge the only place you can get the pop on kill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is real strong, as evidenced by the way that it might not be working correctly, but goddamn does it fucking work.
Yeah.
Although Psyker is just like such AoE that I don't even know if it would matter.
True.
Psyker.
At least the way I built it. There's probably a way to do it differently. What have I missed there?
Now I've got the Wayne's World song stuck in my head.
Party time, excellent.
This is Meta-Surgeon Agrippa 723 Theta speaking. How can I assist you, Inquisitor? This is Meta-Surgeon Agrippa 723 Theta
It's
speaking.
excellent.
How can I
Where's
assist you,
World?
Inquisitor?
That happened.
Your request cannot be granted. Allow me to clarify. The Magos Biologus with the required skill set
Aw,
is
you
unavailable,
fucking
and
cunt.
our brethren have been studying an epidemic on the...
I want to go and do this stupid cogitator for a what are these data hunt?
You fucking cunt.
Dude, it dropped a little like purple aura under my feet as I went to go and interact with the cogitator. You dirty bastard.
Oh,
Nice.
what?
I do not rescind my dropping of the C-bomb. Justified.
Cogitator?
Right.
The C-bomb?
Glad you caught it.
It's funny, I'm always like, that word makes me uncomfortable, and my wife is like, all about it.
Oh yeah, man. There's nothing better than a female slinging, slinging the C-bomb. It's like even more effective. It's like they've got a perk that just like tunes it up. Their character class.
Ruby soundtrack off?
Say again, Brandon.
Is this from the Ruby soundtrack? Why do I know this?
You know this. Think about it. It's not Ruby. It's about visiting,
Oh, Made in Abyss! Made in Abyss!
visiting a giant hole in the ground.
I'm like, I know this from somewhere.
If you don't mind me asking,
Oh.
why are you so sure this Caius Thorn could help your investigation?
He is a space marine, a legendary defender of the Imperium. It makes him the most important member of Klosterheim's retinue. Even if their relationship was as strained as it seems, he must have been very close to
Yeah, so that being said, Vecino, the reason for the outburst of anger there is if you didn't know, you know how like the whole thing is like all the warp stuff everywhere this season. If you see the thing on the ground that looks like a big purple circle that almost puts like a purple tornado around you, that eats one of your inoculator charges when you pick it up.
But it gives you 400% bonus damage for 10 seconds.
Yeah, the damage is like bonkers, but if you see one sitting on the ground after a fight, then don't don't walk over it because you're just gonna eat an inoculator charge that you like aren't really gonna take any advantage of.
Inquisitor, I have completed the task you gave me. There is no trace of the martyr anywhere in the logbooks of my ship. This
Yeah, like if you're about to like
ancient
roll up on a boss or
has
something and you see one, it's
traveled
like,
everywhere
oh
in the
yeah.
sector, and still, nothing.
I suspected that much.
yeah.
It was worth a try.
I wish
However,
I had
though, you know
tragic
the
logbook of my rogue trader clan.
you know when you see the like the
It has
shrine
been in the
icon in
possession of
game,
my family since my ancestor
it's like the things that you go and
received
press
the
E
warrant
on
to
and give yourself a big buff.
It
That
has
does the
disappeared
purple one of
when the
those does the
Inquisitorial
same thing,
purge
and
destroyed
it does
clan
eat an
headquarters.
inoculator charge, but it lasts 30 seconds, so that one's a lot more worth.
I just stepped on some shit. Some purple shit.
There's one that's like a little purple circle on the ground that when you step on it, it just does like a big exploding outward ring. That one's just like a stun to anyone nearby. And that one's like to step on it.
There was a protective hex on the chest. I must defeat the
There was a
silent
protective
creature.
hex on the chest.
Back to the abyss, creature. I wonder why this chest was so heavily protected. Witness the glory of the Emperor.
And so this mission starts off with the NPC coming over the comm and telling you insertion's complete. Go on.
You have my attention.
Okay.
Warp Shrine. Do it. I've got purple flamey.
Death is a journey.
You're in the archives, Inquisitor. Try to find a cogitator that can grant you access to the data vaults.
A cogitator.
This is the central cogitator of the station. If this
Hacking-
magus
hacking the
biologist tries to send a
cogitator.
report to her superiors, it must
I'm
be
dropping the
logged.
C-bomb already.
This is the central cogitator of the station.
Cogitator?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you playing Cyberpunk? Rado?
Me? No, I'm not playing Cyberpunk. What game do you think I'm playing?
Rocket League?
That is correct. Is this Marine 5?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I really enjoy their first album, Songs About
Oh,
You.
yeah.
The rest of them,
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
not,
with you.
not on board with it, but like, I enjoy their first album quite
Like
a bit.
Harder to Breathe and that kind of stuff. Not
Mhm.
bad. Not bad.
Fucking hell.
Remember back when you admitted to liking Maroon 5? Oh,
I admitted
God.
to liking one album
That
by
was
them.
crazy. I'm just reliving that in my head.
I mean,
So, I feel like you have no right to talk about it. Absolutely no right to talk about music.
the fucking audio file just got you real hard.
Why? Because of my headphones?
No, well, I mean, yes, but no.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
No,
I wasn't gonna go there, but
Vecino just likes like arbitrary beats in his ears as he plays things.
What's wrong with that?
Arbitrary beats. That'd be a good name
Like every
for a
time I
band.
join Vecino's stream, it's like, I'm like, what am I listening to right now?
Arbitrary beats. The headliner.
Inquisitor, according to the coordinates you found, this area
Headlining
is one of
for
the
unknown
potential
artists,
locations where
Yeah.
your
playing
Logus
their
Biologus could
unknown
be.
album
And it
01.
seems you've also got company.
Truly.
On the music tour.
I think it's a shame that like no band out there who like named themselves unknown artists and had like all their albums were just like unknown album with like track 01, track 02 made it big during like the MP3 era, because god, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
It fucked up so many people's MP3
Yeah, but
libraries.
Yeah, I think the problem is when you start to search for unknown artists, you're like, fuck, you could never find success as that
Distress
band.
call from a rogue trader in orbit.
I mean, but
His transport
What
crew
if?
on the ground was
I know,
attacked
like, that's
by
exactly it.
hostiles
It's-
while moving important supply rates to the local administrative cloisters.
just
They
imagine.
humbly
Just
ask you to
imagine.
secure the
I
cargo.
mean, we'd be talking
before
about it
the
right now.
cultists
We'd be like,
return
oh
the
yeah,
goods."
remember those people? They went by unknown artists. They were really bad, but you know.
I mean, it'd be just about as genius as the move when Spotify was brand new and Wolfpack released an album of silence and asked for their patrons to go and just like listen to it nonstop to fund the tour.
Sleepify.
I love
Yep.
Wolfpack.
I had not heard that story, but that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they were. It was a ton of like exactly like to the like 1 or 2 seconds longer than like the minimum track time. They were all like dead silent, and like people listened to it on loop. They made like tens of thousands of dollars and like funded a tour off of it. It's like a free
Yeah.
tour.
And like obviously Spotify was pissed, but Spotify was like, why would you do this? You know, like, you know, you're just trying to get through a loophole. And
Sure am.
Yep.
yeah, and well, also too, they were like, this is our art, and our patrons are listening to it.
I know. What does it matter to Spotify? I don't know why they would be mad.
Also too, are you aware of a famous classical composer named John Cage? Okay, I take it no. He's got a famous piece of music that's just silence, and like the whole idea of the piece of music is like, the music is the sound of the hall and the people who are listening, like, you know, every little like cough or movement that somebody makes sitting in the crowd, or like, and it's like a whole thing where like it's more of like a performance piece where like, you know, somebody goes up and sits at a piano and like, you know,
Couldn't you also have nobody go up into the piano? I'm just saying.
well,
No,
it's like,
'cause it's like there's actually like a rest, like it's a whole bunch of just solid rests. So there's like page turns and stuff that actually like happen at certain times and what have you.
yeah, I was thinking of how to explain this to people who like probably don't know much about classical music, but it's like a common thing in classical music. If you have a pianist, that they'll have an assistant who turns the pages for them because, you know, they're using both their hands, so they can't. So like, person goes up and sits at the piano and they like bring up their page turner and like they sit there doing nothing, and like every few minutes, or like not few minutes, but like 30 seconds or whatever, like the pianist like looks over at the page turner and like gives him a nod, and the page turner like turns to the next blank page.
Sounds like a power move.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that they referenced that and they were like, well,
I'll never forget the ultimate Vecino power move.
Wait, what?
It was sorry to interrupt your story.
Are you there?
Well, no, but yeah.
So you just
It
like being
was-
rude?
I
Okay, I'm
went to,
interrupting you. Here's me interrupting. How is that? Is that good?
it's art.
It's
It's a performance piece.
It's a performance piece. Yes, exactly. No, I think it was Das who was like, talking about his work, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I can't believe like we charge people to like change like windshield wipers. Like, what kind of a man, like what kind of a beta male can't change his own windshield wipers?" And Messina shows up and he's just like, "Or is the real alpha move paying somebody to do something as mundane as change your windshield wipers?" I was like, yes, yes, so much of this.
Oh man.
But yeah, so when Spotify was like all pissed, they're like, "Hey, if this classical piece is like a thing and that's art, like this is our art, so sorry." And so Spotify let it like go on for some amount of time, and then eventually like rewrote their bylaws.
I mean,
So,
To be fair, if you want to listen to nothing, you could just listen to not Spotify.
yeah,
But at the same time, I'm kind of with you, Vecina. It's like, why do they care?
yeah.
I mean, it's if
Probably
anything,
probably
they should
because
care
they couldn't
less,
get
right?
advertisers on it. So
Well, I mean that's the thing too. Like if it
Why
was yeah, if it was unpaid, then ads would go in there, and if it was paid, then like that's how that person is using their subscription. So like, what's the skin off your back?
It's probably. I mean, if I don't know how Spotify works, but if it's variable bitrate, it's probably cheaper. It was cheaper than a real song.
Yeah. I want to say, I don't think they made like tens of thousands though. I want to say they only made like,
I mean, Spotify doesn't pay that much, to be honest.
yeah, but you got to think like these were like people would like leave it looped on their computer for like all night, 12 hours plus, or 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's why they called it Sleepify, because they're like, "Hey, please put this on while you go to bed, and then turn your speakers off, so you don't hear the ads."
I mean, that might be why Spotify would be paid. Like, I would imagine them putting in some control for that. Like the right to assess fraud or something before payout, you know.
I mean, I understand. It's still just like, it was fun. It's a fun story to like stick it to the man.
Yeah, but you know, Fox.
It looks like Billboard reported that the band received almost $20,000 with an additional 1,100 forthcoming.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And that's not bad for just blank track, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say in my memory, I thought it was like about 20K. Like hell, if I could go and put up a blank album and make 20K, damn right I'd do it.
We are the world.
Oh, enemies reflect 2% of all damage as warp damage. I'm in trouble, boys.
Just get out. Get out now.
Yeah, me and Oth have been playing together, and he'll be like, "Yeah, everything's cool for this mission." And I'll walk in and shoot a pack and just like explode because my build's like a big one-shotty kind of build. And I'm like, "Hey, is there like any reflect?" It's like, "Yeah, I guess so."